Hey, it's Glenn, and this video is going to be all about my short story, Hollow Jane. This is the last day of the free ebook promotion. I'm sure it'll be free again at some point during this whole year of free ebooks that I'm doing. But for now, if you want to check it out real quick, costs you nothing. After this, it's going to cost 99 cents is the normal price. There's also a paperback, which is not free, that you can get through my website. This is what it looks like. And the website is glennslade-clark-jr.com. There will be a link below in the description if you want to check that out. So, Hollow Jane. This story, this is a really hard one for me to talk about, probably the same way that Nightlight was really hard for me to talk about and be completely honest. The fact is, in 2005 when the story came out, and when I wrote it, I was bleeding as an artist. I was bleeding onto the page big time. And a lot of what I wrote that year, the ink was all blood from the same wound. And I don't want to talk about people. I guess that's what makes this a difficult video to do. But I do want to be honest. I do want to talk about where the story came from and what it was really all about. So, I'll do my best to talk about this story in a way that I feel okay about, as far as talking about what's between the lines publicly. Alright, so here's the thing. This is a story about toxic relationships. Jane, in the story, is a girl who was born without a self, pretty much, and what that really means, like the doctor comes to look at her when they discover she has a box with 12 heads hidden under the bed, and that, it turns out not one of them is her original head because she didn't have one. She didn't have anything. When she was born, she pretty much didn't exist. She had nothing inside. When the doctors look, there's nothing under her skin. She's empty. She's hollow. She has no original head. She has no personality. She has no self. And what that really is all about is someone having no sense of self-worth and the sometimes damaging behaviors that come with a low sense of self-worth or a non-existent sense of self-worth. Because if you don't feel good about yourself, you're going to constantly be comparing yourself to other people and thinking whatever it is that they're doing is what you should be doing. And you're going to think that everyone is judging you, even when people aren't judging you, when people accept you for who you are. So this is it's about a marriage that fell apart because one person in that marriage was lost. It's about someone not caring about herself or himself. Hollow Jane could just as easily be Hollow John. When this the toxicity of her not being anyone for real comes to a head, it's hard for her husband, but they have to just let her go. They just have to let her go and not exist and go on. You can't make someone stand for something. You can't make someone choose a set of values. You can't make someone agree with you. You can't make someone be who you thought they were after you find out they weren't. You can't fix a relationship by yourself. And that's really what Hollow Jane is about. It's about accepting it when people turn out not to be who you thought they were. It's about accepting that you may never really understand or know who they truly are. And it's about letting go and moving on and healing, which you will if you let yourself. But it's hard, and that's what the story is about. And it's something I think we all know a Hollow Jane or a Hollow John. Some of us may be closer to that person than others, but once you get really close to a hollow person, you're going to get hurt. And you're going to have to let go of all of your delusions about that person, because it's not up to us who another person is. We do not govern anyone's journey but our own. We do not govern anyone's experience but our own. So, that is the hard, cold truth about Hollow Jane. So I hope you like this video. If you have more questions about Hollow Jane or any of my stories, go ahead and send them to me, and I'll answer them at some point in the future. So, the next episode of Between the Lines that I do is going to be all about my vignette, The Escapist. So that's all I've got for now, and I'll talk to y'all later.